Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another good and bad video for today. This one we're going to be doing the good and bad of June from Fear the Walking Dead. Okay guys, so it's going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing the good and bad of June from Fear the Walking Dead. So, this one was suggested by Epic Zombie Killer, so definitely thank you very much Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this video. Thank you very much for suggesting this one as well as suggesting the John one just a few weeks back, because I kind of had a feeling that I would have this one suggested, mainly because we've just gotten a June episode recently as well as I just did a John video. So, I was kind of waiting on this one and I was very happy when I got this one suggested. Now, in terms of June's character, this is going to be a very interesting one because there are times I really do like June, and then there's other times where I'm very annoyed with her character. And I don't know if that's just the writing, because I feel like at this point it is probably just the writing for her character. I think that Jenna Elfman has been doing an amazing job for June. But there are times where I find that the way they write her character can be a little frustrating to watch. So I will cover that as well in this video. But, June was introduced in Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 2, Another Day in the Diamond, and she is still alive right now as of Season 6, Episode 6, Bury Her Next to Jasper's Legs. So, man, that title just does not get any more normal. The more I say it, the more I just laugh about it. I don't know why. So, it's just such a crazy title. But, anyway, so, okay, so she's introduced. Obviously, she's scared. She points the gun towards Madison, and, of course, Madison falls in there with her to save her, of course, from the walkers and all the oil and stuff like that. And she falls in, of course, and you got the walkers that go everywhere with oil and all that kind of stuff, and Madison saves June, basically. So, we did find out that she was a trauma nurse, I do believe. I hope I got that right. I believe that's what she is. And she is, a very important piece of the stadium now because, what she can do. And, obviously she becomes one of the residents. However, this is when I start getting annoyed with her character. When she just kept leaving all the time, that was really annoying. However, we did get the backstory from her when she told Madison and Strand about her kid. Yeah, it was definitely a sad story, but definitely her leaving all the time is definitely very frustrating. Now, we basically find out that after the stadium fell, she joined the Vultures. And, of course, when Alicia sees that, and this is, I will just say, this is my least favorite scene of Alicia in the entire series, when she basically shoots John, and, just by seeing June there, and she shoots John. That is my all-time least favorite Alicia scene, and that is, like, the only scene from Alicia I don't like. But, she shoots John, and then basically, June has to kind of try to help John. You got the Vultures versus Alicia, Strand, and Luciana. They're firing their guns back and forth, and Morgan and the rest of them are kind of in the middle of this, which is pretty interesting. And, you got John, of course, and then they kind of drive away as Alicia and them are on their trail. And this is when they kind of play at an angle where, like, they almost try to make Alicia like a villain, which is a part of Season 4 I was actually really interested in, because it was a very interesting kind of approach they took there for a few episodes when it's like, Alicia's coming after you, and seeing how she was one of the main ones we followed just previously in Season 3, I found that a very interesting take on things, and I actually did like that a lot. But basically, she, of course, goes after, Althea. June is in there with Morgan, and June is trying to help John, of course, and that whole thing. But apparently Madison is dead because of what June did, which we find out, no, she's not. But, yeah, she unfortunately joined the Vultures later on. So, after all that, after they make peace, unfortunately, after we get the story about Madison, of course, you do have the one time where her and Althea go off on their own. You got the storm that kind of separates them. And, of course, for the millionth time, John is looking for June. Now, I think this is a good time to focus on as well. We did get a really good backstory for June and John. And I did like a lot of what they were doing there. However, her leaving John like that is another bad decision from June, I would have to say. Her leaving all the time, it's very, very frustrating, and I would count now 2 of those as bad decisions. But I do like the backstory for them, and it makes us care a lot more for them now that we see them, obviously. And now she's separated from John with Althea, and Althea obviously is getting kind of sick, and you've got the SWAT vehicle that gets like stolen from this random guy, and she, of course, almost kills a guy for something that's not even in the SWAT vehicle. So just because she wanted to get the vehicle back, and it's like, yeah, it's a cool van, but like, like, honestly, June almost killed somebody for nothing, you know, for something that wasn't there. Yes, he did steal it, absolutely, but, I mean, still, he's not as bad as kind of, you know, made it seem, you know, that type of thing. So, the guy gets killed by Martha later on in that episode anyway, so, I mean, I guess that's something. But, basically, June is, you know, looking for John. They drag this thing out throughout the whole season, and, June and Althea meet up with Morgan, and of course then they meet up with John and the others around the hospital near the end of the season, and they're kind of back together, that whole type of thing. So, yeah, and then basically Martha poisons all of them. Of course, you know, because that's what Fear the Walking Dead needs to do for its season finale. One of the best season finales of all time is our characters poisoned by the weakest and worst villain. Anyway, you guys know where I stand on Martha. But they are, of course, poisoned. Morgan saves them, and they decide by the end of the season to help people at this factory, that type of thing. Okay, so in Season 5, of course, you have a lot of stuff going on. You got, you know, Logan that comes in, the plane crash. Obviously, she helps, you know, Lucy with her, you know, arm and stuff. So good decision there. Absolutely good decision from June for, you know, helping out Lucian and stuff like that. So, you know, because she was a nurse, she knows how to, you know, do all that stuff. But, basically, they're on the search for Althea, and I remember this is one, of course, Dwight comes in, and we get the introduction of, Dwight, of course, and I did like a lot of this stuff. No decisions from June that were that bad, though, or that good, or anything like that, but she was there, she was around, and she was there for that whole thing in that, little western town when Dwight met up with them. So, helping them out, though, I think that's definitely a good decision. Dwight kind of deciding to help these guys, as well as kind of, you know, them kind of deciding to help each other. So I liked how Dwight joined the group. I did like that. But man, some of the writing in Season 5 was just so bad, though. So, basically, then we get to see the second half of the season playthrough. We got them, they land the plane, they got Logan, he kind of decides to, you know, try to go back to them, and then they bail on him later on. It's like, oh my goodness, the back and forth with Logan was so bad. But, basically, June is wanting to search for a home, a good place, instead of just this convoy. She wants to find a good place to kind of be at. And, of course, you know, we get the rabbi, we get the ladder scene, which was, you know, pretty exciting as they kind of go over. Good decision, I would say. You have to try something, and John got an idea, and he tried it, and it didn't work exactly well, but he tried it. You can't blame him for trying. And basically, by the end of the season, they called Virginia for help. So, in Season 6, we get to see her working at the oil fields, of course. She's back with John now, and she basically decides to go in there to help the people, and along with Virginia and all that kind of stuff. And deciding to save Virginia's life. Now, at first she didn't want to. However, deciding to save Virginia in the end, I'm going to say it was a bad decision. I'm sorry, I would say it's a bad decision. And another bad decision, and this really is to recap it all, terrible that we're ending this with a bad decision, but a bad decision is to not go with John and decide to just do her own thing because she made this deal with Virginia. It's like, no, you should have killed Virginia and went with John. That's what she should have done. I'm sorry, I think that would have worked out a lot better for everybody. I feel like the way that June kind of handled things this past weekend's episode really didn't work out that well. So, guys, she does have more bad decisions than good decisions. I hate to say it, but she does. She's a decent character for me. I do like her relationship with John. However, I am very annoyed that they are always separated like this. And what are they now? Separated, right? But in this case, it's actually John that just voluntarily, you know, kind of went. And I can't blame him, honestly. She was kind of acting selfish in this last episode at the end. So, that is it. That is basically the end of June's character so far. We'll have to see how much longer she survives. I am kind of starting to think that they may kill her off here at some point. But again, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe they do have a lot more story for her left. We just don't know. But all I'll say, Jenna Elfman, she's a really good actress. June's character, she's decent for me right now. She's a decent character, but I definitely want to see more from her. And I feel like the writing for her character could be a bit better. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click to subscribe and send my videos to The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Also, guys, leave some comments down below for who do you guys want to see the good and bad for next week. I will pick the first one and, of course, you know, shout you out in the next video. So definitely comment that, you know, comment all that stuff down below. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.